on in the agenda, the other thing that I would want to say is stay woke. Guys, stay woke. It's moving, it's changing. Maps last month were actually in May. They're not the same maps that were presented when you guys went to testify over at University of Texas in Arlington any more than it was when you went down to Austin. It is my understanding that the maps that were presented on last evening, okay, that they voted on are totally different. They are liquid. They are moving each and every moment. So I encourage you to stay woke and stay prayerful. But remember, faith without works is what?
Dead.
All right. Okay, so that brings me up to the next item on our agenda. Are you all ready for that B12? I have a little B12 because with us this evening, we're very fortunate to have Mr. the Honorable Daniel C. Comeaux, whom is the Chief of Police for the City of Dallas. Daniel C. Comeaux brings more than 3 decades, not decimal, not half of a decade, but 3 decades, 30 years. I just want to say that because you know they play with our maps and it's supposed to be every 10 years, but this is fine. Just saying. So, to his role as Chief of Police for the City of Dallas, he began his career in 1991 with the Houston Police Department, where he specialized in community policing, narcotics enforcement, and high-risk investigation. In 1997, Chief Comeaux transitioned to the Drug Enforcement Administration, also known as DEA, leading major operations in Houston, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. His efforts focused on reducing violent crime and drug trafficking. While serving as the special agent in charge of the DEA's Houston Field Division, he commanded 12 offices across Texas, including 645 miles of the U.S.-Mexico border. Chief Comeaux is a recognized leader in law enforcement recruitment and modern policing. He is committed to transparency, that's a good word, accountability, a better word, and building strong relationships between officers and the community. His leadership emphasizes intelligence-driven crime reduction, interagency collaboration, and officer development. As chief of the Dallas Police Department, his vision centers on innovative policing strategies, enhanced recruitment, and strengthening public trust, ensuring Dallas remains a safe and forward-thinking city. Chief Comeaux is a native of New Orleans, Louisiana, and graduated from the University of Houston downtown, entering a Bachelor of Science, he entered, then he earned it, a Bachelor of Science with a concentration in criminal justice. He completed the Drug Enforcement Administration Academy in Quantico, Virginia, and attended the Steyer Center for Executive Education at the University of Notre Dame. Please stand with me and help us welcome Chief of Police, Daniel Comeaux.
Thank you. I'm not going to stand behind the podium. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Well, it's always weird when they're reading a bio and you sit there and you listen to it, it's like, wow, I did that? That's about me? But I'll tell you, I'm happy to be in the city of Dallas. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm looking forward to being here for some time. I know it's not going to be easy because every time I turn a corner, there's somebody that's going to have a spear to throw at me. So as long as I can keep the majority of the people happy on any given day, I'm going to be in a good place. But it's going to be hard to run me off. I can tell you that now. Once they got me, it's going to be hard for me to leave. And I'm closing on my house in 2 days, so I told them, once I buy this house here, y'all not going to get rid of me soon. So, look, I'm happy to be here. I'm trying to get out and meet anybody and everybody that wants to hear from me or meet with me, you know, I'm willing to always do it. I'm willing to come back. I don't want to just be one time. I'll come back over and over if I need to. I tell you, for me, I come and I'll tell you one of the main priorities is we're going to put bad people in jail. People who are messing up the quality of life for other people, we're going to put them in jail, right? One of the things, though, I do believe in, and I tell the story, let me go back. I always tell the story back in 1992 when I was an officer with the Houston Police Department. One of the things that made me want to continue and have a career in law enforcement and really strive, we were arresting some dudes who were just shooting guns and shot 2 people on the corner. And it was an elderly old lady on the porch. And she kind of was doing this. I thought something was wrong, so I walked up there and I started talking to her. And she looked at me and she just said, "Thank you." She was like, "Thank you for what you do. All I want to do is sit on my porch." And at that moment, it was like, all right, I'm going to be the very best that I can be. I'm going to do everything I can do to be the best. Now, in putting bad people in jail, I do believe in 2025, I wouldn't have said this in 1991, but in 2025, it's also about education and awareness. Because as many people as we can stop from doing bad things to go to jail, I want to do that, and that's important. So it's one of the things that I've been pushing since I've been here at the police department, that we are going to be part of education and awareness. And no matter how much, you know, we lack in some areas, I'm going to keep individuals and police officers in those areas to provide education and awareness. Because one of my goals is to stop people from going to jail. I don't want to put everybody in jail. But if you act up, you act a fool, and you do wrong, there's a place for you.
Right on.
We want to give you every opportunity not to go to that place. And we're going to do that from our part. And the way we do it is just from the education awareness, letting you know what's out there, letting you know what not to do. So we want to be a part of that. One of the things that I plan on bringing to the department from my background, I started off as a local police officer and then went to the feds for 28 years. We're very proactive in the Fed side. And one of my goals is to make Dallas PD the most proactive police department in the United States. That's on the education awareness part, but it's also on the investigative part. We're going to do investigations here. We're not going to be just proactive. What does that look like? What does that mean? For me, it's getting out in front of some of the couple percent that's really the bad ones here. It's only a couple percent of them that's bad. 97% of the people, good. You got that 3% that's causing a problem. So if I can get out in front of those 3%, like one of the programs I started almost immediately when I got here was putting a little bit more emphasis on our fugitives. If you have a felony warrant and you're on the streets, that might be us knocking at your door at 6 in the morning. We're looking for you. Because if you're out there, you've committed felonies, and you have a warrant for your arrest right now, I'm trying to get you to go to court to take care of that. Because history has shown, the data has shown, that those are the people that are committing most of the crimes. So if you want it by the courts, we're going to do our part to help you go back to jail. Over the first 3 months, we've arrested, I think it's 296 people that have had felony warrants, and they have been responsible for about 1,600 prior arrests. So that number just shows we arrest close to 300 people, and they've been arrested 1,600 times amongst those 300 people. And those are the people that we're trying to be proactive to say, hey, if you have a warrant, we're gonna make you go to court. We're gonna make you go and pay for what you need to do, and that way, hopefully, you can go get rehabilitated, come back out here and do the right thing, so we don't have to mess with you again from the law enforcement side. So when I say be proactive, those are the things that we're going to do out front to try to stop crime. And when we do that, normally when we go back and arrest these folks, we normally get several guns from them, we get dope from them, and we're taking that off the street. So rather than just sit back, wait for a call to come, or respond to the call, we're going to do activities like that to try to keep everybody safe on the front side, rather than just sit back and wait for a call to come in. There's several other things we're gonna do proactive investigations when it comes to the narcotics unit. Obviously, I have 30 years of narcotics experience, so I'm gonna kind of lean on that back experience and kind of revamp our narcotics program the way it's working here. I'm not worried about, let me not say I'm not worried about. Be careful on how I phrase some things, all right?
Oh, yeah.
We're looking for significant drug traffickers that are messing up the quality of life in Dallas. If somebody's walking down the street doing, good. If you're selling drugs, I'm trying to be careful. I see y'all got cameras, right? if you're out there selling drugs and doing bad things, we're gonna put you in jail. And we're gonna do investigations that's gonna result in you going to jail and staying in jail for a while. The way we're gonna do it, we're not just gonna roll down the street and say, oh, you have this cocaine on you and you're selling it to people here. No, we're gonna do a real investigation and we're gonna let you serve your time. We're gonna try to get you in there to serve your time if you're doing wrong. Right? There's several other things that we're focusing on. We're working on an operation right now. First week to the second week in September, we'll announce the results of it. It's something that needs to be done in Dallas, and I think everyone in this room is going to be happy when they hear the announcements. And when you hear the announcements, you think back to this day and say, that's what he was talking about, and I'm happy that Dallas PD is doing that right now. It's going to be significant when we make the announcement. Can't make the announcement now because those people who we're going after, I don't want you running high. We're going to get you. You're going to pay for this. You're going to pay for what you did, and I'm going to make sure you pay for what you did. So we'll make that announcement. Other than that, I want to hear from you. I'm going to give you an opportunity. When I go talk places, I don't want to just talk, and I'm not going to be the chief that's going to talk and just leave. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask questions.
Mr. Fleming, as president.
Yeah, how you doing, Chief? Welcome to the city.
Thank you.
As you know, we're a civil rights organization, and you know what's going on in America. So we'll probably be having some protests, we'll probably be having some marches, whatever. What are you gonna do to keep us safe and make sure that things like folks putting out bricks before we march so they can bust stuff up? What are you gonna do to help us when we decide to exercise our freedom of speech?
We're going to be there with you. You just have to do it the right way. Get your paperwork. We're going to be right there on your side. That's the bottom line. We're going to keep you safe. And that's for anyone that's protesting the right way, the legal way, the way that we're supposed to do it in the city of Dallas. We're going to be right there on your side to keep you safe. That's 100%. The thing, like obviously we know immigration is a big topic. And one of the things that I was proud of the Dallas Police Department this last immigration, you saw everything that was going on in LA. And the officers did a phenomenal job, man. I'm telling you, because they had bottles, they had rocks, they had fireworks thrown at them, and we only arrested one person that night. And I'll tell you, I was surprised that we only arrested one person. But the restraint that they showed was significant. But when it comes to protests, as long as you're doing it the right way, we're gonna do it the right way. And I'm gonna make sure that if we don't do it the right way, people have to pay for it. I'm talking about people that work with me.
Brother Green?
What is your stance as far as working with ICE in immigration issue? Because I believe this, whereas that it may be one community today, I believe it's a testing ground for another community tomorrow. So I'm interested to see how do you intertwine with ICE as far as their efforts, or the federal government as far as their efforts in a local community.
Same answer is going to be said right now that I've said from day one. The city of Dallas, it's plain, it's in black and white what we do. We will cooperate and assist with federal agents when we have to.
But that's an answer that's so ambiguous in the sense, are you acquiescing to the federal government, or do you still maintain your own autonomy?
What the city of Dallas says is that we will cooperate and assist with the federal government.
It's kind of like the DEI kind of thing.
I can tell you, like on the DEI thing, You can call it what you want. I'm gonna hire the best qualified. I don't care what you look like. I don't care your gender. I don't care your sex, your race, whatever. I'm gonna hire the best qualified person. It doesn't even have to say, you can put whatever title you want on it. As long as I'm hiring the best qualified, I'm doing what's right.
So you're saying,
Right.
so you're saying for the young folks,
I don't need a quota because I'm hiring what's best. That's the bottom line. For me, I'm hiring what's best. And if you look at my history, what's best has always been completely fair. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to piggyback off that a little bit. You know, there's a disconnect, right, between like the black and white. You know, the lawful black and white, great, but like that which is lawful is not necessarily that which is morally or ethically right. You know, we've seen that throughout American history. You know, this point in time when Jim Crow was perfectly lawful, but like, would you enforce Jim Crow laws just because that's what the law says, that's what's in the black and white, or would you do what's right for your people? There's an ultimatum here. You know, like the federal government does not have people's best interests at heart. You can either serve and protect your community, or you can enforce what the federal government wants, but you can't do both. Is the point, you know? Like, so where do you stand? Do you stand with the people, or do you stand with the federal government?
You have to stand with the federal government, because they override him. That's just like in LA. I mean, as with his leadership, he can have everybody's best interest in mind at the end of the day. But it's all about chain of command. He's in an organization that follows chain of command. So when you get the commander-in-chief, he overrides everybody. I mean, so you want somebody to operate outside of their parameters? Would be jurisdiction. Yeah, we have to. I mean,
unlawful order.
Excuse
The federal
me.
government gives an unlawful order, does it still acquiesce to the federal government?
Guys, excuse me, we're not here to debate, okay? This is not the debate, all right? The chief has come at the request of the branch, all right? I wanted him to be presented to the community, okay? Let's not attack him to whereas he may not want to come back. And I know he's a big person, but look, how does Dallas government work? What's the highest ranking officer here? No, he's the highest ranking in terms of police, he's the chief. But city manager, this is a city manager ran government, okay? So, no questions like that, but how can we be protected in our communities? Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. I'll just tell you, I'm never gonna do anything illegal. It's all gonna be legal. And so you also have to understand and know what's legal. All
Correct.
right? So
There is a
if you want to ask a direct question, we can talk after. I don't have a problem with that. But know what's legal, and know what's illegal. All right?
It's not that I am attacking, or I feel like anyone's attacking the police chief. However, there are real things going on in our society. And oftentimes we placate things until we can't placate them no more. Sometimes we have to have the honest conversations while we're still in motion.
And here's the great thing. Nothing has happened illegally in Dallas about this topic.
Yeah. But
So what are we talking about? What is happening illegally here in Dallas?
I'm just trying to get an understanding where the police.
So we can talk about hypotheticals all day, but we don't know, right?
Okay, so excuse me.
That's
Next
dead.
Sir.
Threats
question.
anywhere, the threat to justice everywhere.
Okay.
How you doing,
Okay,
Chief?
excuse me, guys.
My name is Will Davis. I am an active member of the Dallas branch NAACP. Madam President can tell you that, but I'm also a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, a Atlanta chapter. So we're very active in the community. So my question to you, Chief, is what do you need your brothers of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated to do to assist you in the community with the youth?
Just like I've been to several of the mega events, Room to the Bros. I've been to.
I need all the bros to stand up.
I appreciate my bros. Yes, you did. Okay. And one thing, I've been impressed with the bros in Dallas. The bros have treated me great. And I've been out to a couple of events where we're in the community. One was a Pampa Drive, and I thought it was phenomenal. I'll give a story. My man over here, the one who's standing over here, the kind of mean looking one, he got mad at me because we were going I was going to meet the bros, and he called me up, he's like, Chief, we over here waiting on you, where you at? And And I'm like, man, I'm at a Family Dollar store. I forgot to buy these Pampers. He's like, what do you mean? What car are you in? I said, well, I'm in my vet. And he's like, what? Where are you? And I gave him the street. He was like, don't move. And all I heard was, I see them coming around the corner, and I was getting ready to walk out with some Pampers, and they come running in the store. They was like, man, they gonna get you around here. You better go. Anyway, I was going to the event to be with the bros to do the community outreach programs. I'm all about that, and I want to bring the police department even more with the fraternity.